breath in. And breathe out. Let's do that one last time. Breathe in. And then bring the hands to the sides. And just try and make sure that our rib cage is sitting over our hips. So just a couple of little rocks backwards and forwards through the sit bones. And bringing the rib cage to sit over the top of our hips. And bring us into our neutral spine. Feeling an alternate heel up off the floor. And just checking in and making sure that the weight is over the big toes. And if we take the weight into the little toes, that happens and we get this rotation around the ankles. So we're trying to keep the weight over the big toes. One more each side. And then let's go into double heel raise. So go to the top. Taking the arms up through the centre, arms facing in, and then open the arms out and we take the arms out to the side. I just need to negotiate the space a little bit there, that's it. So just watch that bead behind you, Michael, as well. That's it. So opening up the chest, mobilising the shoulders, nice and slow and steady. Let's go one more here. And then taking an arm up to the side, so we float up to the side, and then sliding that all the way over into a side bend. And we'll bring that back to the centre. So we'll go the other side, floating the arm up to the side, we come up and over into a side bend. That's it. And one more each side, we float the arm up into a side bend. And nice. Floating the arm up into a side bend. Bring that back to the centre. Reset the shoulders. We're going to add in a little bit of rotation now. Floating the arm up front. Nice and soft with the elbow and the shoulder. And watching the hand as we open that arm out to the side. Rotating it close. Bring it back in and bring that arm down. We go the other side. So floating the arm up just to shoulder height. Shoulder is soft. Bring the arm out to the side. Bring it back into the centre. And bring the arm down. Let's do one more each. So we float the arm up to shoulder height. Bring it back in, bring the arm down, and then reset those shoulders. Okay. Just going to wake up those feet a little bit, so feel box through the heels, and then taking the feet wide. So just waking those legs up so that we're ready to come into a standing position. So take your time, bring yourself up to standing, and then kind of stand behind your chair. Just in front of us, fingertips distance, a little bit of support there. We're going to come into just setting off, I'll just put my chair on the back, imagine my chair is in front of me, setting the feet together again, taking the feet into a V shape, bringing the heels round, and then taking the shoulders up and back and down. Coming back into our double heel, alternate heel raise, heeling and heel up off the floor, and again making sure that we feel the way through those big toes. Just getting that mobilisation through the toes. So let's think about our posture, wrapping on this corset muscle, lacing up over the front of the body, shoulders are back and down, and this invisible string is lifting the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And more each side. Bring your heels down. We're going to rock now into a double heel raise. So not too hard, just up. So you might want to hold onto your chair because it's going to challenge the balance. So just hovering the heels. Now stay low with the heel raise and just making sure that we've got the weight over those big toes. So then that will make sure that the ankles stay nice and straight and we haven't got any twisting into those little toes. So just challenging the deep stabilising muscles of the core and legs in particular. Focus the eye gaze about 2 minutes. One more. And then those legs, just give them a little shake out. We're coming to a half roll now while we're here in front of the chair. Fingertips here to begin with. Taking a breath in as we breathe out, nodding chin towards the chest. Curving forward. Get a little bit of mobility into that upper spine. So nice and soft. first. Heel comes in front of the toe, heel in front of the toe, heel in front of the toe, and then we reverse using your outside leg, same leg that you step forward, toe behind the heel, and then we bring the feet back side by side. So this is all about practicing balance. You've got the chair here to use to scale along to help you balance if you need to. Right, and so we start with our feet parallel. Your outside leg, so wherever the chair is, we've got this is your outside leg. It's going to lead forwards and it's going to lead backwards. So switch on that corset of muscle, focus the eye gaze about 2 meters in front, shoulders are drawn down. That's all going to help with balance. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, bring the heel in front of the toe, heel in front of the toe, heel in front of the toe. Find your balance there. Now take that same leg, start the reverse. So toe behind the heel, toe behind the heel, back to that parallel position. Okay? Like I said, it's a lot more challenging than it sounds. Almost. Right, we're going to do the same thing again on this side. Nice and tall to begin with, shoulders down. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, heel in front of the toe, heel in front of the toe. One more step, heel in front of the toe, and then we reverse. Toe behind the heel, toe behind the heel, back to that mid stance. And then we're going to switch the chair around to the other side. So we've now switched our outside leg, we switched the leg that's leading, set those feet underneath the hips, nice and tall, switch on that corset of muscle, focus the eye gaze about 2 meters in front, take a breath in as we breathe out, heel in front of the toe, heel in front of the toe, last one, heel in front of the toe, pause there, find your balance, reverse with the same leg, toe behind the heel, the chair is there to support you, toe behind the heel, and then back to parallel stance. Okay, we'll do that one last time on this side then. Nice and tall through the body, take a breath in as we heel in front of the toe, heel in front of the toe. Last one, find the balance, and then reverse, toe behind the heel, toe behind the heel, and find that mid stance. Give those legs a little shake out. Now we're going to stay with the chair on this side, we're doing a bit of work here. So we've got the chair here for support. Taking one foot just onto the ball of the foot, circle the knee round, a little bit of movement into the hip joint. Do a little bit of work for our hip joints. There is a balance element as well, but strengthening the muscles around the hip complex. And onto the other side, onto the ball of the foot, circle. So with this next move, my inside leg is going to be nice and soft through the knee. The other leg I'm pointing in front. I'm going to draw a semicircle round to the side and draw a semicircle back. So we're getting right into these muscles in the side of the hip, minimus and medius, which help our stability in our side-to-side movements, our lateral movements. So supporting the knee nice and soft. The other toe is just pointing in front. Think about a quarter circle. So we take that foot round just to the side, just to the hips. Now try not to let the hips come round with you, and then draw that quarter circle back. Let's do 2 more. Don't let those hips move. So we draw that quarter circle, bring it back. Last one. Draw the quarter circle, and bring that back. And let's sit down here with those legs a little shake out. Last switch. We're going to do the other side. And then setting up, same thing on the other side. Nice and soft through the knees, toe pointing in front, very tall through the body. Got those muscles switched on. When you're ready, take a breath in as we breathe out and sweep the leg around. Don't let those hips go with you. Bring it round. So hand on this hip will just give you a little bit of feedback to make sure those hips don't rotate with you. So we're having to work the muscles here rather than letting the back come into play. That's it. Let's make this the last one. Sweep round. Bring it back in. Give your legs a little shake out. Back to those little hip circles, onto the ball of the foot, circle round. And onto the other side, circle. Okay, we made our way back to the chair. That's it. Sit down for the rest of the class now. So we're going to mix up a few things in terms of different areas of the body. So just get a little bit of everything in today's class. Our next move is going to give us some work through the shoulders, So a little bit of length around the back. We're also looking at our oblique muscles, these muscles around the waist here. Right, so it needs to be about halfway along the chair, and we're reaching out to the side. So as if someone's put a cup of tea or just out of reach, pretty annoying. We can't quite reach that far, and then bring that arm back in. At the moment, we're keeping the sit bones equally heavy on the chair. So reach to the other side, shoulder is down away from the ear, sit bones are equally heavy, and then we bring that back in. So like I said, it's going to work the shoulders, it's going to start to work the obliques. Let's go again, over to the other side. So something is just out of reach that you're reaching away for. Bring it back in, and over to the other side. And bring the arm back in. Okay. Now you could stay with that, but if you feel balanced enough, we're going to lift this sit bone off the chair. So that's going to increase the work around the back, so a little bit here, and then into the sides of the waist here. So we're hovering, you're going to lift that heel, hovering this sit bone. It's going to get you to reach that a little bit further. But you don't want to feel like you're going to fall off the chair. Okay, so nice and tall through the body, take a breath. As we breathe out, we reach to the side, lift that heel, sit bone is light on the side that you're reaching away from, and then bring that to the centre. Go the other side, so reach to the side, sit bone is light, lift the heel, so you might have to just reach a couple of centimetres further, bring it back in. That's it, we're going to do 2 more each side. So reach away, lift the heel, bring it back in, and to the other side, lift the heel. Reach away, bring it back in, 1 more each side, reaching the arm away, bring it back in, and last one, reach, and bring that back in, and just take a little rock from side to side, loosen up around the waist. Okay, corkscrew arms, so this, they call it corkscrew arms because the arms are making the shape a bit like a traditional corkscrew where you've got the levers that come down to the side. This is about shoulder mobility, a little bit of shoulder strength. So we're sweeping our arms up to a Y shape, taking a bend in the elbows, hands behind the head, scrunching the shoulders up to the ears, then sliding the shoulder blades down the back, releasing the arms, this is the corkscrew bit, and then we bring the hands down like the levers of the corkscrew. Trying also to slide the shoulder blades down the back as we bring the arms down. Just try that again, take a breath in as we breathe out. So we bring the arms up without lifting the shoulders yet. A bend in the elbow, behind the head, scrunch up the shoulders, slide the shoulder blades down the back, release the arms, and then press the hands down. Keep sliding the shoulder blades down the back. So we're really trying to lengthen down the side of the neck. Let's do a couple more. Breathe in and breathe out. So Y-shaped arms, but not scrunching up yet. So we can feel a difference from here to here. And then also when we slide those shoulder blades down, and then continue trying to get the shoulder blades to slide down the back. Last one, breathe in, and out. So Y shape here, so bend at the elbow, scrunch up the shoulders, slide the shoulder blades down the back, release the arms, and then keep sliding the shoulders down the back. And backward shoulder roll. And then change into a forward shoulder. So since you're halfway along the chair, we come into some marches, slow marches. This will give us some core work, a little bit of hip flexor work and some quadricep work. We'll start with just heel raises, and it may well be that you stay with that, or we can take it up a little bit. So, lift the heel, bring it down, lift the other heel, now see if we can bring in the opposite arm to opposite leg. So a little bit of coordination work as well. So if you end up with the same arm as leg, just switch it over. So we just get the rhythm of that first of all. So we've got the heel raise with the arm, super slow. That's it. One more each side. And rest it down. Okay, we're going to progress that from heel raise to a knee raise. So we're just hovering the toes off the floor. Now, because that requires more of the body's going to want to do that to compensate. But what I want you to try to do is keep that core nice and strong. So so that when we lift the leg, the torso doesn't tilt to the side at all. That means that core muscles are switched on. So start with the heel raise just to get the motion, momentum, rhythm, coordination, and then lifting the toes all the way up the floor if you want to. Nice and tall to begin with. Switch on that corset of muscle. So we start with the heel raise with the opposite arm. So nice and slow. So once you feel you've got that coordination and the rhythm, start to see if you can just pick that foot up off the floor. So we're in super slow motion. We're not tilting to the side. Keep breathing. So when the coordination comes in, everyone holds it right. So keep breathing. That's it. So you can decide. What we also want to avoid is any tilting forward. So those core muscles are sustaining that torso position. That's it. Go one more each side. And rest it down. Give those shoulders a roll. Give those knees a little rock in and out. We're sending the foot away, we're bringing the knee up, and we're drawing the toe back. So we're just brushing the toe on the floor. Now, because that's quite hard, the body's going to want to compensate by coming to the side or coming forward. So again, we're trying to keep that corset of muscle nice and strong so that everything stays still while we cycle that leg. So let's give that a try. We'll go for half bone on the chair, maybe even towards the front edge of the chair to give you plenty of clearance underneath the thighs. Sitting up tall, visible string, lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling, we wrap up that corset of muscle, and then toe forward, gently draw the toe back. That's it. So this is quite strong on the hip flexors. So we're going to do a couple of these. Let's do one more. And then rest that leg down, and then we're going to go on the other leg. So we need to switch on those muscles first. Take a breath in as we breathe out the cycle of the leg. Just for here. It's like I say, quite hip flexor heavy. Last one. And rest that leg down. Give those knees a little rock in and out. We'll leave the legs alone for a moment and come into a little bit of abdominal work. So shuffling towards the back of the seat of the chair. So this is a bit like a seated sitter. With our fingertips to our temple, we're softening the ribcage towards the hips as we get this little curve forward, lifting the pelvic floor, and we're bracing these muscles. So we're trying to lift everything up and back to get that abdominal contraction to it. Okay, so fingertips here, elbows nice and wide, just in the peripheral vision. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, soften the ribcage towards the hips. Lift the pelvic floor muscles, so we're lifting the muscles up underneath the body and just gently sending that belly button back. And we sit up nice and tall, release the arms, so we do a couple more of those. Like I said, it's like a seated sit-up, so abdominal work. Bring our hands to the temples, take a big breath in. As we breathe out, we curl forward, lift the pelvic floor muscles, lift everything up and back. And then we open back out. And release the arms. So we're trying to lengthen those abdominal muscles in between that contraction that we're getting as well. Let's do a couple more here. Fingertips to temple. So draw the shoulders back, take a breath in. As we breathe out, rib cage towards the hips. Gently lifting those pelvic floor muscles. Open back out. Rest it down. Let's go one more here. Bring the fingertips to temples. Breath in and release the hips. Draw everything up and in. And sit down. Okay, little rocks from side to side. Loosen everything off. keep the chest square onto the legs, and again sending those collarbones east to west. So this gives us shoulder mobility, a little bit of strength work through the shoulders. So again, try to not let the shoulder come up by the ear. So as if we're turning, we've got that little pole across the back of the shoulders. So keeping that chest facing forward. Let's go one more each side. Bring everything back up. Reset those shoulders. Taking the hands to the elbows, send the elbows forwards. We're going to try and just lengthen out, let the spine curve, let the shoulder blades separate, and let that muscles really work. Set the shoulders. Okay, coming back to the legs, so I'm just trying to switch between different parts of the body so we don't overload one particular part. A little bit more for those quadriceps and hip flexors. With this one, we've got a knee raise, a push to the heel, we bring the knee up and we replace the foot. So, hip flexors, like I said, hip flexors, quadriceps. There's a little bit more work going on here, because again, what the body's going to want to do is lean to the side, lean forward, come up to help compensate. But what we're trying to do is keep everything as still as we can so that the core is working in that. So we need to be a fairly decent bit of clearance underneath those legs. So, set it nice and tall. Hands on hip, just give you that little bit of extra feedback. Make sure that our shoulders aren't scrunching up by our ears. It doesn't need to be a big lift with the leg. It might even be a heel raise and a step out if you need to take it a little bit gentler. Okay, take a breath as we breathe out and bring the knee up. Press the heel, that's it, just touch the floor, bring the knee up and return. Let's try the other leg. Breathe in and breathe up, knee up. Press the heel, knee up and return. Do a couple more on each side. Take a breath as we breathe. Knee up, press the heel, knee up, return. So keeping everything still. Take a breath in as we bring up, knee up, press the heel, knee up and return. One more each side. Take a breath as we breathe. Knee up, press the heel, knee up, and bring it down. Last one, breathe in and knee up, press the heel, knee up, and rest it down. Okay, give those. And then it's a little rock from side to side. Loosen off those hip flexors. Okay. So switching now to a little bit more glute focus. With this one, it's mimicking, we've done some standing squats before, so it's using those same sort of similar muscles, quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes. We're towards the front edge of the chair, and it's as if we are going to stand up from the chair, we're taking the weight through the heels, and then bringing that weight back down. So we're getting the bracing through the muscles. This is a great one for practicing, getting in and out of chairs, especially stop squidgy chairs. So you might find, if you've got enough strength, you can hold the bum and bring the bum back down, but don't worry too much about that, because that is asking quite a lot of those quadriceps. It might be, it's just as if you're about to get up, and you've got all of that bracing that's happening, that's still going to be working those muscles. So, one thing to think about though, is that we don't want to be bearing down through our pelvic floor muscles, that smooth muscle underneath the body. We want to think about lifting everything up as if that scooping up is going to help get us up, which it would, because we're lifting those muscles. Okay, so just plant those, if you've got the heels underneath your knees, that's going to give you a little bit more strength. Maybe back just a little bit behind those knees. Okay, let's give that a try. Like I say, we're not coming all the way up. You might find that you can just hover that bum a little bit. That might be a bit much. So see how you go. Okay, I tend to put my hands in front just because it gives me a little bit more strength coming forward. So we take a breath in. As we breathe out, lean forward, press through the heels, bum is light. And then bring it back down. So nice and smooth and slowly. There we go. So you can feel those glute muscles working. We're going to have a couple more goes here. Take a breath in as we breathe out. So weight into the heels, bum is light. And then bring it back down. Let's go 3 more. Breathe in and breathe out. So we're hinging forward. Weight into the heels, bum is light. Bring it back down. 2 more now. Breathe in. And breathe out, hinge forward, weight into the heels, bring it back down, last one, breathe in, and weight into the heels, and then rest it down. Okay, stretch out those legs, one foot at a time. So just shuffling halfway along the chest. We need to be right in the middle now for this one. So this is going to work our shoulders. This is about stopping this from happening. So this curve forward, tightness here, not enough strength in the back of the shoulders, we'll end up like this. So if we strengthen the muscles around the shoulder blades, opening up the chest, and it's going to bring us back into the side build posture. So they're not big movements, but they're quite intense for those shoulders. We start with our hands by our side, again sitting up nice and tall, and then pressing the hands back, gently drawing the elbows together, drawing the shoulder blades together, then bringing the hands to the sides. Taking the arms into a T shape, palms facing forward, shoulders down. Draw the hands, back of the hands back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring the arms back in, rest the arms down. Then we come up to a garden fork or a cactus shape. Again, shoulder blades down. And take a breath in, draw the shoulder blades together. That's it. Bring the arms back in and rest it down. We're going to do that twice more through. So two more of those steps. Up, nice and tall to begin with. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, send the palms back. Draw the elbows together. Bring the arms down. Take the hands into a T shape. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, we draw the shoulder blades together. Backs of the hands going away from you. Bring it back in and arms down. And we come into that garden fork shape. Shoulders down away from the ears, right angle at the elbow. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, draw the shoulder blades together. Bring the arms back and rest it down. One more step. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, send the hands back. Draw the elbows together to get the tricep connection. Bring the arms back in and T-shape the arms. Breathe in and breathe out. Draw the shoulder blades together. And bring the arms back down. Last one. Into that garden fork position. Palms facing forward. Breathe in and draw the shoulder blades together. Bring the arms back in. Sit down. Come into a forward shoulder roll. I know that's quite intense, that one. Forward shoulder roll. Great for your posture though. And then hands to elbows. Send the elbows forwards. Curve the spine. Separate the shoulder blades east to west. Another one for our legs and another one for our feet. So for arm strength, toe mobility, it's going to give us a little bit of work into those quadriceps as well. So with this one, we're imagining that you've dropped a biro in front of you. We're going to pick up the biro underneath the toes, lift the foot up, drop the biro, and then put the foot down. So it's getting a little bit of work into the mobility of the toes, into the foot arch strength. So our feet need a little bit of care as well. Lots of tiny little bones and muscles in the foot as well. So, you take the foot in front. Imagine you've got a biro that we're picking up underneath the toes. Lift the foot, drop the biro, and then put the foot down. Okay? Let's do that again on this side. So we place the foot, curl the toes over that imaginary biro, lift it up, release, and put the foot down. Let's try that one more time. So we bring the foot forward, curl the toes up, lift the foot, release, and bring the foot down. So let's go the other side. So place the foot forward, pick up that imaginary biro, lift the foot, release, place the foot down, and so we pick up, move it up, release, bring it down, last one then, bring the toes forward, scrunch those toes up, pick it up, release the toes, and release the toes, and we'll give those knees a rock from side to side. A little bit more focus on our abdominals and spinal mobility, coming into our sternum porridge view. So with this one, our knees are nice and wide. It depends on how much you want to work. We've got an imaginary pot in front of us and a big spoon that we're stirring around. So if the pot is bigger and we're stirring further, then the muscles around, core muscles around our back and around our tummies are going to be working further. It's also going to give us some work into the hips as well. So decide how big you want the pot to be. It could be small, it could be much smaller. And if you have any problems with your lower back, then don't lean backwards. You'll just mostly be coming forwards and out to the side. So just if you do have back issues, just be super careful with this one. Okay, so nice and hands and shoulders and take a breath. As we breathe out, we begin to stir. So we're going to get some shoulder work here as well. If your back is okay, we can lean back as we come round. Ideally, we're going to match this to our breath. So we breathe in when we bring the arms in, breathe out when we send the arms away. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in when we draw in, breathe out to send the arms away. Let's go 2 more here. Here. And we'll reverse it and change the other direction. Breathe in and come to the other side. Send the arms up. Out breath here. Let's go 1 more. And then bring it back into the center. Bring those knees in and shuffle all the way to the back of the chair. Have a little rock from side to side as we just let the back of the chair soften down. Okay, a little bit more abdominal work, and we're going to use the chair here. And this time, so we were doing the seated sit-ups before where we were getting that abdominal crunch. This time we're going to press the palms away, press the heels into the floor. It's going to give us a little bit of lower leg work, but what I want to think about here is lifting the muscles underneath the body and pressing the lower back into the chair. So we're going to get those deeper stomach muscles engaged here. Okay, so we take the hands forward, so just nice and soft through the shoulders. We've got the heels are in contact with the floor. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, press the palms away, push your heels into the floor, press your lower back into the chair, gently lifting those tummy muscles, and rest it down. So, muscles on the front of the body are rectus abdominis, they're the front ones that sit on the front. And then we have our transverse abdominis, which sit much deeper in the body. And this exercise is getting right into those deeper abdominal muscles. You might be able to do that. Nice and soft with the shoulders, palms up. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, press the palms away, push the heels into the floor, press your lower back into the chair, lift the pelvic floor muscles, and rest it down. So that should feel quite strong. We're going to do a couple more here. So nice and soft through the shoulders. So as if we're pushing away something heavy. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, press the feet into the floor. So we're pushing something heavy away. Press the lower back into the chair, lift the pelvic floor muscles. Rest it down. Let's do 2 more. Set the shoulders. Palms up. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, press the palms away. Press the heels into the floor, press your lower back into the chair, lift the pelvic floor, rest it down. Let's go 1 more. Take a breath. As we breathe out, press the palms away. Press the heels into the floor, press back into the chair, lift the pelvic floor. And sit down. Take a little bit, bring yourself towards the middle of the chair, a little rock from side to side. We're going to bring in a little bit of Tai Chi to what we're doing here. Bit of coordination, loosening everything off as well. So we'll start just by rocking from side to side. So just 1 sit bone to 1 sit bone. We're trying to hitch up the hip. So the hip comes up to the side, hitch the hip up. Give some movement into that lower back. So just get the rhythm of that, get the feel of that. 1 more each side. And then bring that back to the centre. We're going to float the arms, taking a breath in. As we breathe out, nice and soft through the wrists. We float the fingers up and then draw as if we're stroking the fingers up and down a wall in front of us. So we breathe in here and breathe out and go down. So let's do a couple more. Breathe in, nice and soft through the shoulders, soft through the elbows, so don't let those shoulders punch up by the ears. Come up. Let's make this the last one. Breathe in here, soft through the wrists, and okay, we combine those 2 things. So we add in a little lean to the side, we hitch up, and we go to the other side. So we've got that rocking and joining in with the arm float. So let's give that a try. If the coordination, it doesn't really matter. You're still going to get in the movement, so it doesn't quite matter whether you go one way or go the other way. Okay, take a breath in as we breathe out. So we lean to one side, hitch the hip, and out breath in. Breathe in, lift the hip, and out breath. So we've got the arm raise, and we've got the raise. Breathe in, and out breath. Keep going. Breathe in, and out breath. Last one. And in breath here. Down, reset those shoulders. Okay, a little bit of mobility for our back. We're just going to finish off taking those feet wide, hinging forward at the hip, taking the chest towards the floor. Then arch the back, tuck the chin in as we curl up and restack the spine. Sit up nice and tall. We'll do the same thing again. You lift the chin slightly as we hinge forward, and then tuck the chin in, arch the back. As we curl up and restack the spine. Let's do a couple more here. So a little bit of back mobility around the neck. Moving forward. And then chin tucks in, curve the spine, restack the spine. Last one. And reach forward the hip. And tuck the chin. Restack the spine. And reset the head and shoulders. Bring the feet in. You still need to be about halfway along the chair. Coming into a side bend. So we're taking the arm up and over, and all the way over to the other side. Arm up and over. Bring that back to the centre. Now I'm going to just change that a little bit by taking one arm over and one arm under. We'll just extend or just lengthen the side of the body a little bit more. Then switching the arms round, the other arm comes over the top and the other arm under. Let's go one more each side, so we're switching the arms around, arm over, one arm under, and last one, arm over, arm under, and bring that back to the centre and reset the shoulders, moving into some neck turns, turning to the over one shoulder, and through the centre, all the way to the other side, and let's do one more each side. Soft through those shoulders, gently drawing the shoulders away from the ears, all the way to the other side. Bring that back to the centre. Now, just increase that stretch around the neck if you want to. Otherwise, you're going to stay with over the shoulder if you're a little bit concerned about not wanting to put too much pressure or stretch the neck or the muscles around the neck too much. So, probably if it feels right, you take a look over the shoulder and then take a look down to that armpit. Now that might be enough of the stretch. Just release the hands down by your sides. You're looking at one hand. Bring the fingertips just to rest on the crown of the head and apply a very gentle amount of pressure here as we gently draw the shoulders away from the ears. If you want even more of a stretch, the opposite arm, we reach away diagonally to the floor and it's going to increase that stretch even more. So just go where you're feeling the benefit of the stretch here. Now still looking at the armpit, release the hands down by your side, look up over the shoulder and bring the head gently to the centre. You always come out of that gently because it's quite a strong stretch for the muscles around the neck, a lovely stretch. You tend to look over the shoulder. Maybe adding a look down to the armpit, hands by our sides, looking at the hand, we bring the fingertips just to rest on the crown of the head. Maybe applying some very gentle pressure here, and then the opposite arm reach away diagonally to the floor, reaching away through the fingertips to increase the stretch. Now keep looking at the armpit, release the arms, look back up over the shoulder,